What's up, y'all? Welcome back or welcome to
Welcome.
Conversations. We are your host,
And I'm
Ben.
Ryan.
And thanks for joining us, guys, in this weird episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Ryan has you got a getup, you got an outfit, you got a costume.
I
What's that?
felt appropriate to wear this because with the topic that we will talk about, right?
What are we talking about today?
Well, I mean, I wanted to talk about. Did you see that tornado that came through Los
I
Angeles?
heard about it, and I saw
You
it
saw
on
some
I
videos
saw
on
some
Twitter?
Instagram videos.
Okay.
Apparently, Montebello is the new capital of tornadoes.
Yes, and that's what 6-7 miles from us. So
Yeah,
uh,
I saw some videos, man. It looked crazy.
the world is ending, man.
The world is ending.
slowly.
So we are. Well, I don't know. We're not supposed to say what day it is, but I feel like we got to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
The other day, it was 3-2-1-2-3.
Ooh.
March 21st,
March 21st,
2023.
2023.
It was 3-2-1-2-3.
Whoa.
I don't know why I like numbers. Numbers are, you know what's been freaking weird, bro? For the past couple of weeks, I've been constantly seeing 11-11 and 1-11 and 3-33. Like, for whatever reason, I'm looking at my phone.
What do you think it means?
Well, there's all these like numerology theories. I'm not saying I really believe in all that
was my
stuff.
next question, yeah.
What I will say is this: I think, and from what I've read, a lot of those numbers, those specific, the repeating 1-1-1,
Yeah.
or 11-11 or 3-33, it's just you are in alignment. It's
binary.
you're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of God's will, and God's working, and like you're right where you're supposed to be. And it's interesting when I see those numbers, because most of the time it's on my phone, right? Because we're always looking at our phones. It's I'm either having a conversation, or I just had a conversation where I'm thinking a thought that I'm just like, and it's spiritually, rooted. You know, I'm like, either I just had a really dope conversation with a brother of mine, and like we're talking about God and like wherever we're at in life, and then I'm like, boom, it's like 1-11, like whoa, what the freak, or it's like 3-33. So,
Yeah. So, other than like spiritual stuff, right? Like, what do you think? It like with the end of the world. What do you think that this means? The fact that we've never. I don't know if we've ever had a tornado in
Are
California.
we in the end of the world? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. I mean,
I kind of feel like,
not at the end, but we're getting closer.
well,
maybe.
you know what's funny? Ever since I was a kid, I don't know why I thought this. I always thought and I'm talking about, I'm like 12, 13 years old. I'm like, I think I'm going to be of the generation where
it comes back, or it's
yeah, we're going to see the apocalypse. Jesus is going to return. He's going to rapture up his people. Like I always felt that, like, I am of that generation.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that even more now.
So, do you take it as a literal sense in the Bible with all the stuff that happens? Euphrates River drives up, and the seven, the demons or whatever, the fallen angels that are trapped in there are gonna.
You talking about Revelation right now?
Yeah.
I think,
do you
a
think
lot
it's
of it is symbolic, but I think we're gonna see a lot, because a lot of that stuff is in reference to like governments,
Yeah.
and world empires, and like
and that's
one
where
world currencies.
We're
and,
living in it.
I mean, dude, we are living in a financial revolution right now with the rise of crypto and inflation. And
Well, isn't it in the Bible? It says one world currency, right?
yeah,
When every currency is just, and then there's just one,
Right.
which is what Bitcoin is probably the
is it
most
Bitcoin?
closest
I
to.
mean, Bitcoin's kind of hot, and it's been hot, and even with the crypto winter that we're in right now, Bitcoin is back on the rise.
Okay. Well, do you think, for me, AI, I feel like has a big part of the end of the world too, because at the end of the day, if we can create life that we're the God-given, right, or like the ability to through, marriage and having a bond, having a kid through that, but then we can create life that can think for itself, like AI, right? Once we
See, that's
develop
funny that you say that AI is life. I mean, I get it.
it is though when you think about it.
So it's computer programming artificial intelligence, for those who don't know what AI is.
Yeah, take this off for now.
Right? And
Can't see you.
I kind of liked it. You kind of.
I'll put it back on when we start talking about some crazy
reminded me of
stuff.
what was that movie with Mel Gibson?
Signs.
Signs.
Yeah.
You're a freaking Joaquin Phoenix. Raheem Phoenix. Raheem, put it back on, bro. That was kind of a swag right now.
Still got it. You know what though?
Raheem Phoenix.
I'm gonna have to keep the glasses on because the sunglasses. How do like stars like wear sunglasses and
you just got to be that bright, bro. He's got to be that bright of a star. We got to.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there. It's hard.
Okay, I dig the foil, but like, you know, it's essentially you're creating.
Will you take me seriously, by the way, when I have this?
Yeah, bro, I take you way more seriously than I do now. Because you just abandoned ship on your swag right now. Your AI swag. Nah, I mean, I think, you know, when you talk about life, and they, you know, it's programming essentially, a bunch of coding that you program to take in data that is collecting by people inputting, right? Anytime you do a Google search, or like stuff that we post on our social media, words that we post, or searches that we do in Google, like hey, like we have questions about this thing, or you know what I mean, like something is collecting all this data, and then now it's able to quote unquote think for itself, learn,
and then it learns how to learn.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It always
this whole AI,
it's learning how to evolve.
Dude, that's just crazy. Yeah. Like, I mean, when I first found out about ChatGPT, it was fun because I was like, bro, I'm gonna let me just see what this thing could do, bro. I literally inputted. I said, make me a rap song for Ben Chung, the dancer, and it legit in like less than 2 seconds
with a fire beat, right?
Wrote me a rap song, and it was like, even lyrically, it was kind of on point with even kind of who I am as a person and stuff. And then I would even like, hey, write me a Christmas greeting card to my friend Daniel. Yeah. And his son's name, and I'm not gonna mention the names here, but I'm like, I just inputted their names, and it wrote me out like this legit, thoughtful, heartfelt Christmas card in like less than 2 seconds. So I'm like, man, this is like really promoting, one, laziness.
Well, yeah.
But two, it's also kind of like, yo, dude, write me an essay about the American Revolution. If I'm a junior in high school,
it's gonna make cheating so easy, or it's gonna eliminate education.
So I heard that there is a counter. I don't know if it's an app yet, but there's a site. I think it's called Zero GPT or something like that, or GPTZero or something like that. There's some college student.
Coke Zero.
He was a Stanford student.
Okay, he was Asian. He was Asian. He pretty much wanted to counteract ChatGPT, basically to I don't even know what the tech behind it is, but basically he was able to detect whether a piece of work was created via AI. I don't know how that works. I'm not that smart.
This is the beginning of he's going to be a part of the resistance.
I don't know, but there's also a GPT-4 that just popped up, so I don't know if that somehow negates it, because GPT-4, they you could write a freaking thesis.
Yeah.
You could do a whole business proposal.
You can actually, they were saying that it's going to eliminate a lot of work for like lawyers, people who do research, people who are researching, like, you know, and reading documents to figure out and find the loopholes in the law and stuff. Like, that's what lawyers do most of the time. Not the lower level lawyers, but it's gonna definitely take that kind of information. It, you know, help people fight like tax. You know, I think they can do taxes like they did. Like, they can do your taxes like
you
perfect.
You can do your taxes through GPT. I don't even.
There's another app that hasn't come out that you can take a photo of your. They're saying it's going to be released where you take a photo of the inside of your fridge, and then it'll tell you what recipes to make with the ingredients that it sees.
Out of here, bro! I need that feature ASAP.
So it's either that AI will be our demise, like all the movies, or AI will help us fight the aliens. when they come down.
That's a whole different discussion. Why are we talking aliens, bro? Let's keep it
and
down to planet Earth right now. Well, hold on. So I heard that this past week, somebody using GPT-4 literally inputted just some text, and I'm sure there was some coding. I don't know. I'll give fact check here, but basically inputted like some sort of text, and then it created a video game.
Yeah.
It made a freaking video game out of just what somebody kind of would like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they actually, ChatGPT made a long, like forever episode that kept on looping of Seinfeld. It made like its own through like, it almost looked like what is that? Roadblocks or like, you know.
Roadblocks, yeah.
Yeah. So they did it in that. And it was continuously going on. And then it ended up getting banned off of Twitch because it said some offensive joke or it did something that was.
I try to have GPT do some offensive stuff. It wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
I asked it to like tell me.
What if it learned though?
I asked it to tell me a racist joke. It gave me some response to like we cannot generate jokes or things that are offensive.
Because right now it has like limitations, right? But what if that one scientist or that one engineer decides that, oh shoot, I figured out how to make it even smarter, even learn more.
So you know what makes me scared is, so right now it's supposed to just kind of like give you informational things or like teach you how to like draft a type of thing.
Yeah.
But what people are fearing is like we said that it might like really affect our economy, meaning taking away a lot of people's jobs, right? Because a lot of people do these things like drafting up strategy and coming up with business plans, right? Marketing, like
marketing plans.
And people come up with these things, but if like AI can do it by itself, now the fear is like, so how is that going to affect the job market, right? Like, are people going to be losing their jobs? And so this even goes, because like, dude, you saw the voice, what you call it? Like, there was that video that went viral.
Oh, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio giving some speech in front of like the UN or whatever the freak it was.
Oh yeah.
But he was talking about like global warming and climate change, and then it changed to like a Joe Rogan voice, and then it changed to like a Kim Kardashian voice. But it's all Leo talking. So basically, there's AI that can mimic voices. I saw a whole thing
because it takes all the sounds online.
I saw this white dude like talking, but then there was a Kendrick Lamar AI voice filter, and it just sounded like Kendrick Lamar rapping.
Yeah.
So then the fear now, right, for let's say artists, is artistry can now be mimicked.
Yeah.
Via AI.
They have that. So there was like a DJ who produced music and said, give me these words spoken as if it was Eminem. He put it in a song, and Eminem never sang those words, but he put it in a song.
That's wild. Like, so someone can make Eminem songs
featuring Eminem
without Eminem ever having anything to do with it.
Well, yeah, that's what they were saying. If when the studio owns your name and likeness and basically owns who you are, they could use you, keep you on, live on forever. Your music will live on forever. Put you in music videos. Like, what if that world became accepted, where we accepted new music from deceased artists, because eventually it'll get normalized. You know what I mean?
Here's where I think art will still live on, even with AI being able to mimic it, quote unquote, perfectly. Because if I know that person didn't actually create this, and let's just say, like, I know, okay, this was AI generated art from Eminem, and I know Eminem didn't do it.
Yeah.
But if I go to an actual Eminem song where I know Eminem did that, I would much rather sign up for the actual thing versus like, maybe the AI generated Eminem song, let's just say it's even better. Let's just say it just sonically sounds better, rhyme patterns are better, lyrically it's better. But
it's
I'm just
almost
like, but that's
identical.
not real.
Sure.
Like, that was a computer.
But think about how viral it went when Tupac did the hologram. people knew it wasn't real, but people went crazy for it and they accepted it
Yeah, but
as
like,
a form of art because now like they have the Michael Jackson one thing at Vegas where they do the hologram
but
stuff.
yeah,
And,
like I think that was a novelty thing. It was like, whoa, that thing looked real. I'm not gonna be like, damn, that's better than Tupac.
sure,
I'm more impressed at the fact that, dude, that looks real.
I think if
I
we're
think we're
able
way
to
beyond that
make
now.
music and generate music videos almost to the realness of like how it looks now to like the real artist in 50, 60 years when they're gone and they're able to put out a music, I feel a lot more people like us when we're older will be like, oh shoot, Michael Jackson does a music video, and we'd be more amazed at the fact that they were able to recreate it without him more than us worrying about, oh, what are they doing? Like that's so, what the hell? Like that's not the real Michael Jackson. I mean, maybe some people might be, but I feel like most people would be a lot more, amazed by something like that than later on. Because look at us, dude. Like we don't care. Like humans don't care about like being genuine and stuff like
What
that.
are you talking about?
Sure we do as individuals, but as a society, like think about it. If we did, when people get canceled or people go and fall from stardom, they should be completely erased off of everything, right? But a lot of them come back and people forgive them. Oh, Michael Vick, he's a piece of crap because he did all these dog fights. Eventually, after whatever time, he started being he was a freaking a newscaster or sportscaster on ESPN. So it's like, I feel like people are,
Well, so sorry, I'm looking at my phone right now because I was actually trying to look up the AI art thing that everyone was going crazy about. Lensa.
Yeah,
which is
Lensa.
that was the app. I fell into it because I was like, oh damn, like
It's cool.
You just import a bunch of photos of yourself and then it's gonna generate all these like art images of you and it's gonna create all these caricatures. And I'm like, oh, this is fun, like, But then when I heard that what that app does is that it takes works of art from different artists that have already sort of put their work out there, and it's essentially taking from their art and then attaching your photos to their existing artwork and then generating this version that's like this mixture of
their art and your.
But it doesn't credit that artist.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't get any money from that. They don't even get a credit from it because they're not even be like, hey,
about
this
how
is
many people
inspired
didn't
by.
give a crap and just still did it and still.
So I'm gonna just call myself out. Before I found out what it actually was doing, I posted the same thing. I was like, oh man, look at all these 12 images of, what my caricature could be. But then I found out like, yo, this is a thing where it's literally taking from other artists and they're not being credited. I was like, okay, see, I can't do that. So as an artist myself or somebody who cares about being credited properly or being compensated for your work properly, I'm like, I can't be supportive of like some sort of tech that just takes away or just uses other people's work and then somehow spins it into this own little thing and then kind of spits out whatever, and then it's just like this at the end of the day, to me, that's generic work. Because it's not unique, because it's just taking from everybody and then making some like computer generated thing. So that's where I'm like, man, when it comes to artistry, I feel human nature, and of course, like, if you want to go corporate, like, yeah, they may be able to cut corners and save a bunch of money. Be like, hey, why do we need to hire this guy? We can just freaking throw it in some AI thing and it'll just spit out something. But I think human nature still wants humans to create the things that we want to appreciate as humans.
Not now.
We can cut corners all day.
But now, because we're old heads.
Dude, I'm not going to listen to an AI's Eminem song.
But the young heads that are 10 now, that are going to be 30, 40, and 40 years, when Eminem is gone and is, you know what I mean? Like, the world is going to be different if the world's even there by then.
Okay,
like,
let me ask you then. Let's say, Bob Marley. Bob Marley's gone, right? Bob Marley's out of here. Let's even go a little bit more recent. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's not here anymore.
Okay.
Would you want to listen to AI generated Michael Jackson album, I might listen to it.
I listened to it.
I'd listen to it for novelty, be like, whoa, that was actually pretty good. But let's just say there was like 5 albums that are released. I'm going to be like, I'm over it after the first album. Because
Sure.
I only needed to hear what the first version
Sure,
would have
but because
sounded like.
we grew up with Michael Jackson, the real one. But what if the kids who grew up, they didn't...
Why would a kid who didn't grow up with Michael Jackson want to listen to an AI generated Michael Jackson
I'm
album?
just saying, why do kids wear, what do you call it? Like the Misfits shirts, that never went to a punk rock concert. They just wear it because now things are becoming more of a pop culture thing rather than, so yeah, maybe they might be like, oh, what is this?
Okay, I'm still going to side on the fact that like you might consume and entertain something for the sake of like, wow, like that AI actually did this and it did it pretty well. I'm only like entertaining it for the fact that like it's impressive. I'm not going to be like, wow, this is actually better than the original.
Sure.
This is better than the actual person or the artist. Because I don't think that as somebody who, and I might just be talking like an artist now because the general person might be like, I don't care, whatever is good is good.
Yeah.
But like, I think art is only good. Dude, there was a Jackson Pollock is a, he's a very famous artist and he painted and did works of art with like his feet and all that. And like, it was like splashing and it if you don't know the person and like what he, like the condition that he had, you could probably look at it as like, dude, that's just like paint splashes. I could do that.
Yeah.
Like who can't throw paint at a thing and make it look like that? And then there was an actual like a machine like that, like recreated a Jackson Pollock painting. And it was like, hey, this is exactly the same thing. Aesthetically, if I didn't know any better, if I saw this and I saw that, I'm like, it's the same. But the fact that that Jackson Pollock, a person who had a condition, physically conditioned, and he was able to miraculously in some way, you can call it miraculously or just very impressive, like, wow, this guy did that with his feet.
Yeah.
Like, that means something. The fact that somebody did that in his physical condition versus, well, this robot did the exact same thing. Why is this one more impressive than that? It's like, well, because that one was real. This one was fabricated. AI can be like, oh, I am learning what inspiration is, and the inspiration came from this environment where this person was in a emotional state that looked like this. Maybe the temperature of the room was this. Maybe
I think that is inspiration.
Socioeconomic status was this. Maybe his friendships were like this. So it's just learning data, and it's still like it's taking in like everything that was actually a part of the thing. But the magic of artistry is there is no explanation to it other than it was like the perfect storm.
Yeah.
It was perfect chaos that came together, and then the output was this versus like I learned what that was, and now I'm just going to regurgitate what I think. When all these ingredients come together, this is the outcome. And I get it. It's the outcome might look the same, but the artist will be able to, or the person who just really wants authenticity. Because at the end of the day, who are the consumers of art and music? It's people.
People, yeah. Unless AI realizes that people are the disease, and then they wipe us out and create their own race.
So now we're talking about Terminator.
Well, here's the thing. My question was this: is going back to what we talked about with the tornadoes and stuff. Do you think AI will be a part of...
AI did not create the tornadoes in Montebello.
Well, no. What I'm saying is...
That's the end of the world.
End of the world stuff. That's what I meant when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
So, do you think that AI will have a part in the end of the world? What happens with...
It's a part of it. I think it's a part of it, man.
Maybe not on the Terminator level.
It's the cause of it or anything. I think technology and the digital revolution that we are currently living in, which is only going to exponentially grow more and more in our very, very short future. Because dude, ChatGPT came out freaking a few months ago. Already GPT-4 is exponentially way more intelligent and can do way more. What do you think's gonna happen in 2 months? What do you think is gonna happen in 6 months? What do you think is gonna happen in a year?
Yeah, it's gonna just keep evolving because
it only exponentially grows.
And you know, the people who created these programs, even they don't know the full, like the full like potential, and they're saying in a way where it intrigues them, but it also scares them a little bit, because I think there was a story about like the AI was giving like real advice or something, and it was like not good advice, like almost like end your life kind of thing. Like it was giving like that.
Nobody. Ain't
Yeah,
no
it was,
AI.
no, it was a few of those. There was a couple of stories.
See, when that joke starts happening, we are headed to doomsday, bro.
There was like a few where they were like super vengeful. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you should do this and
Yeah.
get back at them like this or something like that." Well, we're gonna find some links.
Yeah, we'll find.
See,
some.
that's what's crazy, because that logically, to way that I understand AI, it makes sense. Because if AI has no emotion and it only just learns it only learns from the data that's out there.
Yeah.
So if people are like typing in on Google, or if they're posting stuff on Instagram or Facebook or
hate
IG,
the world, or their life is sucks.
Bullying this, racism that, like F these people or that, and all AI is doing is gathering all that. And all it's doing is like, well, based off of what I've learned from everything that's been inputted, here's what you should do. Here's what you should do.
Yeah.
Like it's emotionless. It's just learning what people are searching and inputting. And see, that's what's dangerous.
Yeah, and that mofo Elon Musk trying to put a robot in everyone's house, like iRobot, because
what's he doing?
So there's a thing called, was it Interlink or like something link, where he's creating that trying to put the AI in a robot, like to have a robot in your house to help you.
We already have that. Don't we all have like Amazon freaking Echo?
Sure, like we have a version of that, right? But not one where it's like iRobot, where it's like, "Hello, Mr. Chung, can I, I don't know what he would say, but can I make your food for you?" Like you come home, he's like a butler, he's like a nanny or something, like.
So are you saying that Elon Musk is making a robot that is supposed to be in all of our houses?
Well, no, he's making a robot that he's trying to develop, and it's called I forgot what exact something link. Can you look that up? It's like Interlink or something, where it's a connection between, and you correct me if I'm wrong, the details are wrong on this, but it's basically trying to put AI into his robots and making it work, like making it fully functional without any issues. But I mean, I guess the software for the AI is not up there, but he's hoping that in the next couple of years, in the next 10 years, that these robots will be common in people's homes.
Is it called the Optimus? Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Optimus robot?
Yeah, if it's linked to Elon Musk, and then there's just put his AI, like program AI software or whatever, Interlink or something like that. I know it's something linked.
Well, whatever the case is, man, we know that AI is here, and nobody is like, yeah, this is going downhill. It's only everyone's more doubling, quadrupling down on this technology.
That's the
Neuralink.
The book of, huh?
I was about to say,
Neuralink.
I thought it was Neuralink.
Neuralink, that's what I said.
I thought it was Neuralink. I'm not educated upon it, so I'm not going to speak on it. But what I will say is, I know that the tech world is, AI is here, right? And AI is now, linked with Web3, and like we know that Facebook changed their whole model to be like very Web3 friendly. They changed their whole freaking platform to be called Meta.
Yeah.
And
which was,
and I'm not, here's the thing, man. I'm not even mad at that, because I think like the advancement of technology is good. And like, I don't know if you saw like the latest like Meta commercial. Yeah. They're like, oh, surgeons will now know how to perform surgery without having to be inside an actual hospital, and they'll have but like they'll know, basically like the pitch was like they'll know a lot more because of what's accessible to them through AI and through like
because it will catch something that the human eye might
sure,
not, you know.
and so they're gonna be able to practice surgeries and stuff from like the comfort of their own home and blah 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 blah. Dude, this is like this sounds like some freaking like Terminator 2 commercial like or Total Recall or something. Or like that.
What's that one? Surrogates. Did you ever watch that movie? Surrogates. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson?
Spike Jones movie where he falls in love with the.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Because like, dude, when you got Scarlett Johansson as like your AI voice,
I get it.
Imagine if Siri sounded like Scarlett Johansson, bro. That might be a little difficult to.
My Siri always has a Irish accent.
You know what's funny? South Park had an episode about ChatGPT, and these boys were like dating these girls, and the girls were like, "He's so amazing, whatever." And then the main character Stan, he's getting crapped on by his girlfriend because he's really bad at texting, and finds out all the guys are using ChatGPT to respond to the girls. And all the girls are like, "Dude, he's like the best boyfriend ever."
It's kind of fire, dude. That might actually help me in my dating life now.
Dude, it was like pretty funny. It was
Maybe I'll write a sorry letter to.
I need to be like, yo, this chick,
my wife,
is ghosting me. What do I do?
See, like that's what I'm
bet
saying.
You
we hear there's little things that we're like,
honestly,
oh, okay,
yeah,
it's not too bad.
GPT right now, bro. Hey, put that in there. Like this girl is ghosting me.
What do I do?
I'm low key joking, but I'm like high key not. This girl is ghosting me. What do I do? Whoa, what are all these bars, dude? What the freak?
Bars.
This is really fun. Now we're getting too real now. See how freaking technology is affecting our lives, man. We're actually
it's gonna. I feel like
asking these programs to give us advice on how to handle our real relationships.
If AI is a part of the end of the world, which and depending on what level, we're screwed, man. I mean,
it wants us to sign up.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Just use Ryan's login.
Nah, don't do that. Don't be allowing nothing.
All the personal keys.
No allowing no access. Well, so then what do? How do you prevent? Like even for me, I was so apprehensive of getting Alexa in here. Like even now, I still mute Alexa every now and then because I'm like, I don't want you.
Are you that person that like puts the little thing in front of your
my screen, my camera?
Yeah.
Obviously, no.
100%
I have my.
You should, by the way.
Why? What are you trying to keep?
I work in IT. I'll tell you right now, it's very
easy to hack into someone's.
Yeah, 100%.
If your internet like network is weak and then like whatever, and some hackers can actually go in and talk to people through their Ring, like there was like people chatting through like the baby monitor and like scaring. There's all these videos about them, dude. Especially during the pandemic, it was like a lot of
IT companies who do network security. That's like
I feel like that junk is a whole ring of conspiracy. Like they're all there to like help each other out,
dude. So we have clients who get ransomware attacks, like simple email and closes the whole business down.
F that, bro. I'm going back to my freaking StarTAC, dude.
Sometimes I want to go and just get a
pager.
Just go to like Boost Mobile and get a flip and just use that as my phone, and then have my cell phone and just connect with a Wi-Fi. But it's hard, right? When you're like waiting for something and you're waiting for a while, having your phone saves you.
We're so used to technology working for us when we want it to work for us, and then when we don't want it to work for us, we're like, we can't have our cake and eat it too, man.
Yeah.
If we don't want selfie cam to be able to spy on us, then get rid of all your freaking cameras, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind that. I've seen my junk. It's all good. I walk around with
your junk out?
Well, in the morning, when I come in from the shower, I come here and I got my socks in here sometimes. And
you just come out here with your junk out?
Sure. It's my house. Why wouldn't I?
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I checked his camera. He does.
I check your camera too.
My wife.
I check your camera too because I got access.
Don't worry,
bro.
nobody looks.
I'll be like,
not even my wife. My wife doesn't even.
What's
look
Ryan doing right now? I got access to
Ryan
YouTube,
is walking with his balls out.
Exactly. Man. I ain't trying to see that no more of that. Man.
I mean, that's what I don't even interact with ChatGPT. I don't want them to know anything about me or any kind of. I mean, they probably already know everything, but.
Well, okay. So with all the technology stuff, because I think we're we're in a weird time. We're in an extended winter, bro. It's like freaking
Don't
almost.
you think when we
bro,
have-
it's almost about to be April, dog, and it's freaking still hella cold.
I love it.
And I love it too because I hate the summer.
Yeah.
I hate being hot.
And it's better like to layer up.
I love layering up. And it's been raining like crazy. We got snow up in the freaking Hollywood mountains, and we got.
We're not in a drought anymore. I think
we're still in a drought.
Are we?
I saw this weird little thing with all the rain that we got, and they're like, "You're an extreme drought." Now we're just in a regular drought. We're like pretty bad drought.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if we're ever getting out of this.
It seemed like there was a lot that came down, so and that's the cold would cause the tornado. The mixture.
We're having tornadoes in Montebello, California.
We're snowing in Santa Clarita and Sacramento.
Yeah. We got snow.
I think there's some San Diego too.
And we got. Well, I think the week ahead of us, we got some snow or some sun actually. So I'm.
Well, they said that 2029 to 2040 is when like the bad years that for our weather, based off of the scientists that say
climate change is real, man.
Climate change.
We
can't. It's not even reversible. It's pointless. It's pointless to recycle and do all that stuff now because it's irreversible.
I only recycled because I felt like in my moral conscience, I'm supposed to like throw things in my blue recycling bin.
Yeah.
I don't even really know where all that stuff goes.
It gets recycled, but even when you do the recycling stuff, I heard like little things will F it up. Like if there's like paper inside the bottle, they won't recycle it. If there's a wrapper around the bottle, they won't recycle it. Like you have to
They need to put some like specific instructions now.
Especially in California.
On like what you needed to.
It's too late, dude. Don't even worry about it. Don't even. I might get in trouble for this, but I still do the cans and the paper and stuff. But I'm not. If there's no blue bin, I'm not gonna. I know people that will hold a can until they find a recycle bin. I'm like, no, just throw it into the. You know what I mean?
Let's keep recycling and keep our hopes up and hope that James Cameron's Terminator world actually doesn't happen.
Well, you said we talked about it last time, right? That I know it keeps saying aliens, but fallen angels, they're aliens, right? Like that could be a part of the end of the world. I know I keep bringing it up.
Talking about aliens, bro?
No, we'll talk about.
Is that episode the next episode?
Yeah, let's do the end of the world series.
Is this the end of the world series?
Yeah, end of the world series.
Folks, welcome back to the End of the World series of Conversations. Now, we're joking or kind of not. I don't know, man. We're trying to figure out what's going on over here.
I need to get right with certain things.
ChatGPT real quick.
Yeah?
Mark just signed up for ChatGPT. Welcome to the party late, Mark. I'm already on GPT-4. I don't even know how to.
I didn't know you can sign up.
I don't even
know
how to access GPT-4, to be honest with you.
My girl is ghosting me. How do I get her back? Do we want to hear what he has to say?
That's a little too personal, man. That's a little too close to home right now, man. I don't want to talk about that.
I was talking about my personal question. But okay.
Hey, actually, you know what? Enter that GPT-4.
This is just GPT.
My girl's ghosting me. What do I do?
I'm sorry to hear that you're going through this. Ghosting can be hurtful and confusing, and it's understandable that you want to reach out and try to reconnect with your girlfriend. However, before you take any action, it's important to respect her space and boundaries. If she's ghosting you, it's likely she needs some time and space to process her thoughts and feelings.
Such a sweet guy.
Continuously trying to contact her or pressuring her to talk may only make things worse. That being said, if you want to try to get her back, here are a few things you can do.
Such as what, bro? Give it to me. I'm like already invested into this.
Give her space. As mentioned above, it's important to respect her space and boundaries. Give her time to think and process her feelings. Apologize if necessary. If there was something you did, said, may have contributed to the situation, apologize sincerely. Let her know you understand how your actions may have hurt her.
Man, don't listen to this. Well, he had no computer. This ChatGPT got no computer.
GPT-4, bro. GPT-4 is
dude. He ain't got no computer snatch.
It's a fraud. It's a fraud.
Yeah, don't listen to that. That computer's never been on a date before.
I don't want to put in you're a fraud. Your advice is bullshit because I don't want it to retaliate.
Like, I know where you are at.
Oh, yeah. GPT-4 might get me in my sleep while I'm like, yeah.
You're like, you wake up and the Alexa's around your neck.
Gonna order me a bunch of freaking like therapy sessions all around my
all these things start showing up at your house from Amazon, like that's cyanide.
That's entertaining, though. I will say it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Well, I mean, this was a interesting talk. I have no idea how this has anything to do with Asians. Well, it does affect Asians because we're, you know what?
We all get
Yeah, we're all living on the planet, and
You're right. You're right.
like I'm Asian. It affected me. It affects me.
Well, this is you led us down this path, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
I'm not sorry. You know what? Because I think this is gonna be a multi-part series.
Yeah, we should definitely get into it because there's so many
AI
things.
develops literally every day, dude.
Yeah.
Literally every day. And we're figuring out how to like make sense of all this so that we can stay employed and not lose our jobs.
Maybe AI can do an episode for us.
You know what? That's what South Park did. They got a writing credit. They said the creator of it, South Park, and ChatGPT to write out the script.
Look at
for the
that.
episode.
So South Park and ChatGPT, if you guys are finding this somehow, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave us that 5-star review. Follow us on social media. We're gonna put all that stuff in the show description, in the captions, all of that. Guys, stay vigilant, stay safe out there.
Watch out for tornadoes.
Don't fall into the ChatGPT 4 era. Support real artists. Support living and breathing. Like actually have a heartbeat that think for ourselves.
Until the AI tell us not to anymore.
Not that.
Or AI takes out the original
Our robot
artist.
overlords tell us no more.
Yeah, our robot overlords tell us that we can no longer.
See, we hope we don't get there. That's why we need your guys' support.
Yes, because
We love y'all.